Many, many years ago, when humans discovered the fire, they forgot about the moon. For centuries before that, their role was to be keepers of the moonlight, to sustain and nourish the moon by songs and dance. But with the discovery of the fire, they started to tend more to it instead of the moon. And so over time, the light of the moon has dimmed, the shine became duller, and soon without songs and dances to sustain her, the moon grew sad. And so sad she became that she no longer wished to be resting upon the sky. And so she rolled down from the dark, velvety sky, and soon found herself near the entrance into the deepest cave in the mountain of mountains, and went all the way down to the heart of Mother Earth. Perhaps if I'm no longer needed or valued in the dark sky above, I can be valued and needed in the dark sky below. And soon, without moon, the waters came and started to eat more land. The plants grew wild and started to take over more gentle ones and flowers. The sun grew sad for the absence of his sister, and he too rolled away. The changes were so drastic that the humans looked up and noticed that the moon was gone. And in panic, trying to figure out what to do, they called to the east and howled to the south. They screeched to the west and cried to the north. They hummed to the above and sent their prayers to the below. And they asked the fire to gather all the other beings around. And soon all the beings have gathered for council, deciding what to do about the moon and how to call her back. The representative of the owl people stood forward. "I know where the moon is," she said. "I could track the stars and find her." The representative of the deer people stepped forward, and the representative of the two-legged ones stepped forward. "I am known as the wise woman of my people," she said. And so it was decided that 3 of them must go and retrieve the moon. And soon after the council was finished, the 3 of them departed. And it could have been days or years, for it's hard to say without sun and moon in the sky. But shortly or long after they set off, they reached the cave, and 3 of them, with caution but desire, went in. "I can see the moon," said the owl. The moon noticed her and turned around. "Hello, dear sister," she said. "It has been a long time since I saw you. I know, my loved one, we miss you dearly, and we've noticed your absence," said the owl. "We came to ask for your forgiveness and for your return, so the order might return upon our lands and species." The moon listened carefully, and the deer stepped forward. "Well, dearest mother, this is why I'm here. I'm the strongest of my kind, so I can carry you up on my antlers." He bowed his head, and the moon rolled onto his antlers. It tickled her side, so she giggled. "Thank you, dear ones," she said. "I'd be glad to return, but without song and prayer, there is no power in me." "Well, this is why I'm here," said the two-legged wise woman. "I come to sing and pray the ancient songs of those that came before, so they return you to the sky, so they return you to all of us." "Well, that's decided then," said the moon. I shall come back then. For all I wanted was to see that I add value, that I am needed, that there is space there for me, and I see your desire for my presence. And all four of them headed up and up and up, through the dark cave, which now was lit up by the silver moonlight. And shortly after, they walked up to the edge. "This must be a great place for you to go to the night sky," the wise woman said. The moon smiled and nodded. The wise woman started to sing her song, calling into the stars and the mother darkness to come closer and embrace their child. Mother Darkness stretched her arms and hands, welcoming the moon back with the biggest of embraces. And the wise owl tweeted, and the wise deer once again bowed his head, and the wise woman kept on singing. And the more she sang, the brighter the moon got, and the brighter the moon got, the louder her song became. And soon everyone around heard it and looked up to the sky. Full moon graced everyone with its presence, and the streams and rivers of silver light poured onto the lands and the waters and the plants, two-legged ones and deer people, owl people, and all the other ones. Nobody was missed, and everyone was gifted with the grace of the Mother Moon. And ever since, people gathered around the fire, remembering the story, in passing on ancient songs and prayers of gratitude to all the species and other people that stepped forward to bring the moon back to the world and the dark sky.